Hi, I can't believe it. I'm live without the host, and Amy is probably we're still missing, and maybe still missing. And you can help me to find out where the Amy is right now. However, I'm very nice to meet you from Atlanta, Georgia, and my name is Mohammed Siddique. And by the way, I don't know who is watching right now. So if you are watching live or even a recorded, why don't you tell us where you are actually meeting, watching this from? I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and where you are from. I know people in Amy's classroom, there are people from around the world, many people from Pakistan actually, and that's my home country. I love it. And we have a lot to share together. And in fact, she tried to squeeze everything. I know she probably have tons of questions for me, and I'm sure you have so many questions for me, and I'm all here to give you my best. Okay, you like it or not, I'm going to give you my best. Does not matter. And I love asking questions. If in case you ever know me, I love to ask questions. However, today I'm as my guest, so I will be asked a lot of questions. While Amy is still, we are trying to find where the Amy is. I'm going to take this opportunity to ask you a question. How good is that one? And let me start with this. Why not you write down under the comments, are you unemployed or underemployed? Underemployed is someone who have a job, her job is not enough to earn them the satisfaction, and they want to grow to the next level. Okay, so if you are underemployed, right, and you are underemployed. And the third one is unemployable. Unemployable people, like who have achieved what they wanted to achieve, close to their heart for their families and everything. And most of the time, those people are actually trying to help others to achieve how they have achieved it with their own life experiences, mentorships, coaching, you name it, consulting, anything. So if you notice, if you can look into this one, everything starts with you, and you mean you who is watching this. So that way, again, if you are underemployed, right, I'm underemployed. Unemployed, right, you are unemployed. It's okay. I've been unemployed in my life. I have been underemployed in my life. However, I'm so thankful. We all switch in these three cycles. Everything always starts with you again. Unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable. Okay, Hassan Arshad says underemployed. Wonderful. That's amazing. Hassan Arshad, write down what you do so that we get to know you more. I'm sure Amy or someone on the Amy side will be watching all that one. So people are saying thank you, sir. So wonderful. And while if you want to, you are here for a treat for almost maybe hour, 2 hour. I don't know how long I will be squeezed in today. However, share this on your profile so that way your friends can come and join with you, and then you can discuss what you learned together with each other. That's learning is alone is not enough. You have to say sharing is caring. And again, unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable, and everybody starts with you. And again, I've been to all three things in my life and different life cycles, and we will be taking again questions, your questions and Amy's questions and everything. Underemployed, I'm unemployed. Wonderful. That's amazing. Okay, so it looks like I'm getting a notification that probably Amy is ready for us. And then let's see. Amy, are you ready?
I think this should be the Siddique show. This is perfect. You all are very lucky to be here and benefiting from this incredible man. And I already love the lesson that he's teaching. So the common denominator that I've heard is in all of those underemployed, unemployed, unemployable, the common denominator is you. And Siddique, I just think that's amazing. That's incredible. Thank you. We haven't even started the interview and you're already providing such incredible ideas and inspiration and new ways of thinking, which is so important, which is why I actually wanted to do these interviews and why I asked you to be first, my friend.
I'm honored.
So everyone, hello, welcome. This is the time slot for my weekly lesson in Amy Carrier's classroom. And as you can see, it's a little bit different this time. And that is because I've decided to start doing these rock star entrepreneur interviews. So this gentleman, I consider a rock star. I had the good fortune of spending about 2 hours talking to him, and it just blew my mind. There's so much that he knows. There's so much valuable information that he can share with all of you that it just made complete sense to me. And plus, I mean, his energy, his personality is just so wonderful that I said, all right, that's it. Siddique's number one. So thank you, Siddique, so much for being here and for helping me to create this new, this new way of teaching entrepreneurship and business skills and employability skills to people all over the world. So as you know, I started Amy Carrier's Classroom, and the point of that was to bring as much knowledge and resources and teaching as I possibly could as a volunteer. And there are a number of other mentor teachers who also volunteer their time as well now. And I wanted to bring in some really brilliant thought leaders and very successful people like yourself to also teach. So thank you for being here. Excuse me. And everyone, it looks like we actually have a pretty good sized audience. This is amazing. So right now, hit share. I haven't even introduced Siddique yet, but please hit share so that you can invite in other people. This is someone who you would have to pay a lot of money to get an hour of his time, but you're going to get it today for free as either my follower or a member of Amy Carrier's Classroom. And you're going to learn some really incredible insight from a very successful man and entrepreneur. So thank you all for being here. I am going to give a little bit of an introduction about who Siddique is. And just so you know the format of this this show today, I'm going to interview Siddique. I'm going to introduce him, then I'm going to interview him. We're going to hear what he has to say, and then we're actually going to open it to your questions, which again, this is a really incredible opportunity. So let me just tell you who Siddique is. He goes by Siddique. His name is Mohammed Siddique on Facebook, and he is a global social media authority, a mass publicity influencer. He's definitely an influencer. He is an entrepreneurial philanthropist. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia, here in the United States. And he's the founder of the Global Social Entrepreneurship Foundation. And he's on an amazing mission, so amazing, to empower 1 million social entrepreneurs. I'm a social entrepreneur, so this really excites me. So thank you, Siddique, for doing this incredible work. And at his GSE Foundation, they are on a mission to teach people how to fish for life. And as a result, thousands of lives have been changed forever from the work that he's done. So Siddique, I am just delighted to have you here, and I would love for you to, I know you already gave a brief little lesson to the audience, and thank you for that. But I just want to say welcome, and if you'd like to say anything to our audience, please do.
First of all, it's my honor to be your #1 guest, and that put me under pressure to give me my best to your audience and my audience. While you are introducing, I shared it to my audience too, and hopefully more people will join in and bring their friends, so that way we all can have a wonderful conversation.
Wonderful. Thank you for inviting your followers and your people. And hello, everyone. If you are a follower of Siddique or a friend or a fan of Siddique, I am Siddique's new friend, Amy, and I invite you to connect with me. And just know that a number of other people watching are part of my online global classroom. And Siddique, I actually have a question for him about what he thinks about it, but I'll ask in a minute. But it's an incredible opportunity for you to tune into more interviews like this in the future, as well as several live lessons during the course of each week. So I invite you to join, and the link to my virtual classroom is in the description of this video. So please join if you'd like. And Siddique, let me start with this. I'm wondering, where were you? What happened? what surrounded you? What were you surrounded with that set you out on this path that you're on right now and inspired you to do what you do today?
That's a loaded question. I have to go back 36 years ago on March 31st, 1981. I finished my grade 7 in a remote village and in Rahim Yar Khan. So I'm originally from Pakistan, that's almost in the middle of the country. And in our village, there's no power, like, electricity and clean water and everything else.
Wow.
And small primary, like elementary school, and that's it. We finished the grade 7, and then I had a conversation with my father. My parents never went to school. And
wow.
Father, I need to move out to the city, the closer city, a few miles away, where I can actually continue the education. And they said yes. That was a big incident for my life, because most of the time in a village, parents, they say, no, it's enough, because I don't want to send my kid to a city, and you'll be lost because you're not grown up yet, all those things. Yeah. And they said yes. That was a big incident in my life, and in a positive direction. And I never looked back. Since then, I have been in grade 8, 9, 10, high school and college and the university. And then they say, because we were 5 brothers and 2 sisters, they say we have a big family, we cannot afford the expensive education outside of village. You have to earn yourself. I said, sure, I take that challenge. And I'm sure many people watching, they are in that position. I'm not just sharing my story, because many millions in Pakistan are in a similar situation, or because their parents cannot afford the better education for their kids. I started tutoring as a part-time, quote-unquote, entrepreneurship on a side, and I earned enough to even have my master's in computer science from a capital city, Qaeda University, Islamabad. The people from Pakistan, they can relate where that is. And I did it all on scholarships and all on my own learning. In fact, from my own learning, I was completing my education. Plus, I was actually giving something back to my parents too, so that way they don't feel me as a quote-unquote liability,
So you were a young entrepreneur then?
From my heart, you can kill me, but you can't take out the entrepreneurship from my blood. It's a part of
It's just who you are. Wow.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you did as a young person to make money?
Because I had no options to go back. While I was a good student, sometimes you get good grades in your class, and many 98% students don't get a good grades in a class. It's only a small percent. And their parents will say, oh, learn from him, because so I was teaching them what I already knew. If I'm in grade 8, I'm teaching a grade 7 students, because I just gone through tutoring them on the side, private tutorship.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm a big believer in supporting young people to become entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
They aren't blocked by, a lot of the burdens of adulthood, by, worrying about bills and paying taxes and the mortgage. They can just be free to say, I love this idea. I want to turn it into a business. I want to do it after school or on the weekends. And it's incredible what kids will build if adults and, limitations are just removed.
Yeah. Then on May 27th, that happened to be again Tuesday in 1996, I migrated to Canada. And Canada, when I came, I didn't know anyone,
Yeah, that's hard.
Again, wherever you go and to change a city, you are almost start from zero.
Right.
In 3 weeks, I found a couple of jobs, not one, not two, more than 1, 2, 3 jobs.
In 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Wow.
With not knowing anyone. There's a system how you follow that one. I learned that in Pakistan, by the way. Why? Because when I moved from my city, small city, to a big city in the capital in Islamabad, I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
Follow the same steps. So it's the same process wherever you go. I followed that, and then I met some Pakistanis in a mosque local where people can go for a prayer. They say, oh, you are just 3 weeks here. There's no job in Canada. And they say, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't meet them 3 weeks ago, because they would have drained me out.
Right, exactly. So, don't let anybody change your mind. Like, you have to believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself and stay focused and keep going until you achieve what you wanted to achieve. And get help in that time. It's not like when you're alone. Get help from people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Canada was not my destination. That was just like an intermediate stop. After a year, I moved to, I started working in US,
It was a step along your journey.
Absolutely.
That's
Then my
great.
goal was to work for one of the best company in Oracle. I worked for Oracle. I joined them. In fact, I became a consultant of the quarter from thousands of. Why? Because I really wanted to work hard and deliver results. So that way, it's a recognition. It's not like they don't pay you a lot, but however, it's a good, recognition that you are a consultant of the quarter.
Right.
Now, like 19 years later, I'm a publisher of multiple business magazines and have mentors, many mentors, like where I learned it from. It's a huge list. However, I want to mention a few names.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Mondosian, Robert Shemin, Jason Gilbert, and many others. They have helped me in my life. I would not have been here where I am today. It's all because of my mentors, where I get wisdom and seek their help when I need in certain things. And you keep learning from others. I will be learning on this session too. So
Yes, we're lifelong learners, right?
lifelong students. So it's not like you don't know and I don't know. Nothing like this. When you go in a conversation, go with an open mind and just stick to it. Just listen more than talking. However, today my role is probably more talking than listening.
Yeah, no, that's great. What I'm hearing is the steps that you took along your journey. So I'm wondering, can you give the people watching, can you give them 3 actionable steps that they can take, like a cheat sheet of sorts that they can take to actually build into and make their professional life successful? What do you think?
3?
3. You can do it, Siddique.
Okay, yeah, sure, absolutely. The first one is never give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up.
Yes.
Okay?
Did you guys get that? He said never, ever, ever, ever give up.
Yeah.
But I'm emphasizing it because really never, ever, 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 ever give up.
Yeah. And I would let me use the other words. Don't quit. Okay, it's the same thing.
Which is the twin sister to never, ever, ever give up.
Absolutely. Because I don't know a single successful person who is successful and gave up. Why? Because if they would have given up, they would not have been successful. Mm-hmm. I know you are watching this and probably somebody shared with you, or it doesn't matter how you came up with this, welcome. If you give up and don't watch the whole thing and you keep going, set your vision on that and just keep going, learn it, never give up. That's the first thing I want to make sure.
Okay.
I think I taken a break because now they're thinking I'm not going to give up. I'm going to watch the whole interview and share with a friend. Is that right?
That would be the smartest thing anybody could do today. You should just say, okay, this is a very important 1 hour chunk of my 24 hours today. And this is free, really important advice from a very, very successful man. So
whenever you feel like a giving up, ask this question, write this down. Are you ready? Get a pen and paper. I have a pen and paper here, by the way.
Okay.
I have pen and paper. Write this down.
Write it down.
Write it down. Whenever you feel like giving it up, I gave up a few times and I know my lesson. That's why I'm sharing with you. So you don't do that mistake. I have done it in my life. We all do mistakes. It's okay. So here is the mistake. Here is what you want to ask this question to yourself. Only one question, nothing else, not too many. I make life simple because so many people help me to make my life simple. Here is the question. Why you have started that at first place? Whenever you want to give up in the middle, why you have started, whatever the topic is, what topic is this interview, or you're learning a new skill, or a job, or you have assigned something is 20% done and 10% done, and then this is not for me. You ask this question to yourself. Why you have started that at first place? Then you won't give up.
Right.
Yeah. Because whenever you decide to do something in your life, do your homework, study it, learn everything. However, once you say, yes, I'm going to do it, keep going. Don't quit. The second
never, ever, ever give up.
Don't ever give up. Okay. The second thing is focus. Once you decided to do something, be a single laser focus.
Laser focus.
Yes.
Yeah.
In today's world, how many distractions we have? We have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, we have Messenger, we have Skype. I don't want to tell you how many phone numbers you have. People are trying to get your attention.
Uh-huh.
And if until you focus on what you're doing, you won't achieve your desired objective. I'm telling you right now. There's a bad news, but that's true. You got to know what that is. Until you're focused on what you do, you will not achieve what you want to achieve in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up and laser focus.
Laser focus.
Yeah. Because once you are laser focused and have your intention not to give up, you will be finisher. You will touch the finish line.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And when I teach, I say my students, you need to be finisher. Because again, if you give up early, you won't be successful. And if you're not laser focused, you won't achieve what you really wanted to achieve.
Right. Right.
Are you ready for the third one? I don't know if they're probably already tired. They have big, huge list. But
are you guys ready? You got number one. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. Yeah. Laser focus. Laser focus. Okay. And what's number three?
Third one is have a mentor in your life.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Because you can't do it alone. I couldn't do it alone. I could have failed miserably in my life. Not one time, many times. I know that already.
Yeah.
If you have to pay to your mentor, pay it. It's the cheapest investment you have done on. It doesn't matter. It's not about free. It's not about a payment thing. I don't really care about it because free is too expensive.
Yes.
So have a mentor who can teach you, go along with you, and be your accountability partner and give you a kick on your back when you're actually trying to thinking not to finish it.
Exactly.
And because they have been to their path before you, that's why they can sharing their experience. And however, you need to know how to hire a mentor too. It's not like not everybody can be your mentor. It's not like if you want to learn how to lose a weight, I cannot be your mentor because I'm overweight myself.
It's a great example.
Yeah. Because something wrong in the heart, you need to go to the heart specialist, not with me.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know something and identify what that person's passion is, and then hire the right mentor because not every mentor is right for you, and not you are the right student for every mentor. So you get a very clear definition.
Yeah.
So again, never give up, stay laser focused, and have a mentor. Here's the reason. You might be thinking, why I'm talking about mentors? I can watch videos. It's okay. It's all good. However, at home, when you were a kid, your parents were your mentor. When you went to school, your teachers were your mentors.
Right.
When you go to university, your professors were your mentors. Now, suddenly you think after a university life, I can do anything on my own. I can just watch a video. Those same videos, same books are available on YouTube or something else. If not on YouTube, in library, everything is available.
Right.
Imagine someone in the doctor's office and the doctor says, you have this pain, let me read the book first.
Yeah.
They have the experience.
Of course.
They know what not to do. They want to avoid those mistakes. And you are going to see a doctor for what? To remove that pain with no second thoughts. Mm-hmm. You know whatever they prescribe you, that will be the recipe for your good health. It's the same for your financials and good health. It's the same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So hopefully there's a quick recap again. Never ever quit. Laser focused to have a mentor in your life for the thing you want to achieve in your life.
Yes. And I love those poems. Why am I getting an echo? 1 second. Okay. I love those points because you started out by saying that we're lifelong learners. So part of being a lifelong learner, it's the bookend of your 3 points, is having a mentor along your lifelong learning journey. So you'll always you can't just finish school and think, okay, yeah, I can do this myself. You need a mentor, you need a guide, you need a coach, you need someone who, as Siddique said, someone who's going to kick your butt if need be to keep you on track. I've made that mistake. I thought I could kick my own butt because I'm a butt kicker, right? I'm a teacher, I'm a coach. Turns out you actually need somebody else to help you. So those are fantastic questions or fantastic tips, and I hope you all wrote them down. And we're going to be taking questions at the end of this. So I want to go on to my next question for Siddique, which is, what is the greatest lesson you have learned along your journey as an entrepreneur that you can share with our audience? I would love to hear that.
The lesson, I think we put in the cities that I want to share the same one. Can you read this? What's on this page? Can you read?
$200,000 loss. Oh, ouch. That hurts.
That hurts. That happens when you don't follow your own, what you already know.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the example. I am a serial entrepreneur. I've been to many other ventures. One of the ventures was, I say, I made enough money in online selling, like online earnings, quote unquote, if students call it. I said, I want to buy real estate, and I bought one of the gas station. In US, we call it a gas station. In Pakistan, they call it a petrol pump. It's the same thing. When you go for, in your car and motorcycle or bike or whatever, you put a gas, like a petrol,
Mm-hmm.
So I bought that one. I didn't know how to buy it right. We bought for $1.4 million. I should have bought for $1.2 million. I overpaid $200,000 to the seller. So once you overpay, there's no way when you sell it you can make money, because I'm stupid. I'm calling myself. I didn't say it to anyone. I didn't buy it right. The new buyer, when I'm going to sell it, they're not going to overpay me $200,000. So I took a loss.
Yeah, that's.
Here is the mistake I did. Not like me. I didn't ask the right question to them.
Right.
And I did not have a mentor in that one.
Yeah. You didn't have somebody to say,
yeah,
maybe we should look at how much this should really cost. Let's do some more research.
Absolutely. However, I learned my lesson right away, and then I bought the second and third one. We made very good change on that. We bought the second one for $1.9 million, sold for $2.9 million profit on that one. And the third one, again, now we learned it. Of course, yeah. I fill up that gap right away. I say, no, never do that mistake again.
Yeah.
So that's my lesson. My lesson is not the $200,000 loss. I recovered it, so I'm good. So don't worry about my loss. You can have a huge loss or little loss. Money is a relative term for everyone. However, anything you do in a life, whenever you are not going to follow the recipe for success, we are potentially going to lose, or we are not going to make enough how much we should have been making.
That's right. Yeah. I'm going to ask you about the recipe for success in a moment, because this was one of the teasers that I used when I told all of my followers and folks who are interested in this. I told them about your recipe for success. So let me ask you one more question before I ask you that question, okay? So you have, first of all, thank you. You've spoken very kindly about my virtual classroom here on Facebook, which is called Amy Carrier's Classroom. And it's reaching a lot of people in Pakistan. It's reaching people in over 60 countries around the globe, which is amazing. And it's so exciting for me. And I'm wondering if you have any advice for me and for anyone who's a member of the classroom. We now have nearly 4,000 class members. And, I've never promoted this. I've never, I've just put it out there and let the world bring whoever's ready for it. So to those members of the classroom who are watching this now or will be watching it later, what advice do you have? And then maybe if you have any advice for this woman who came up with this crazy idea that seems to be doing something.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you to Rehan Alawala, who I know he buzzed after you to actually make something happen. Is that right?
Well, and he initially said, so the idea was born out of our conversation. At first, he wanted me to build a group on Facebook for all of the students that I've taught. Most of them are here in the United States. And he thought, well, this would be a great idea to get them all together. So I did that. And then I thought, no, I don't just want my students, I want a classroom. I want more students from all over the world. So then I changed the name of it. I told Rehan, and he said, I love that. And then here we are 4 months later.
So thank you, Rehan, for building this conversation to a platform,
Yeah.
And the second, as I use the word platform, but yeah, now you know what I just kind of glanced it over before I came on this interview. I see you have a number of other trainers,
Yes, several
Okay.
are actually watching right now.
Oh, wonderful! So
Say hi,
hello.
say hi, guys.
So you have a number of other trainers. That brings a challenge to the people who are watching, like the member students, because they say, oh, today is Amy's class and tomorrow is another trainer class and third is they say, oh my God, which track I should follow,
Right.
As they will, I'm talking to the students. Students, you are watching this. You can pick up any path, Amy's path or one of her trainer's path.
Hassan's path, yes.
Anyone, and then stay focused on that path. You don't have to pick up every class. Just pick up your topic and then go so deep. As you go so deep, that's where you make the most money. However, if you're attending 5 different topics and it's okay to attend 5 different topics. When you are in the phase of identifying which topic I need to focus on,
yes,
it's okay to attend as many as you want. Then you see which makes sense for me. Once you decide this is the one, and then after that you want to be focused like this.
Yes.
Then ignore everything else. Why? Because that's a distraction, and you want to go so deep with them. And probably if you like that person so much, hire him or her as a mentor and build yourself along the way. That's my little suggestion or advice, or my comment to your students. And for you would be, you are at the risk of being embarrassed publicly.
Let's do it. Let's embarrass me.
No, it's okay. So all the trainers, what they, in Facebook, there's a lot of engagement, and we can interact kind of, in a one-to-one situation too very quickly because of the platform. However, on any topic you are teaching here, or your trainers, they need to be an external platform in a certain sequence, the way like an organized curriculum is,
Okay.
Student can attend that one and discuss that in Amy's classroom on a Facebook group. Here is the reason why. When the student are joining you every moment and every day, because in Facebook, the way the Facebook does not allow really to watch things in a certain sequence, because old comments are gone, and old presentation, they can't really watch it in a certain sequence. The new students, whenever they join you, until they consume your content in a certain sequence, the way you want them to be consumed, they won't learn everything the way you want to. So they can't go deep so much,
Right.
So that's the key.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. In fact, one of the mentor teachers in the classroom, his name is Hassan Arshad. And Hassan, I know you're here. I saw you give a thumbs up a minute ago or so. Hassan, I asked him, a few months ago if he would be a mentor teacher. And he decided he wanted to do that. So he said yes. And he actually ended up using Amy Carrier's classroom as an inspiration for him to develop Hassan Arshad's classroom. So he's done that. So now people who want to go really deep into his topic can become members of his group as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's offering more content. And that's the point, because all of us, myself included, we will teach maybe, one lesson per week. But we're doing this as volunteers. We have our own content. We have our own businesses. We have our own products that we're selling. So if you want to learn more, you need to come to us. So in a way, it's kind of a platform to get to know a teacher who's teaching a topic that you might be interested in, and you want to go a little bit deeper, as you said, Siddique, to see if that topic is really helpful and relevant for you. Then you go deeper. Then you go to their classroom. Then you go look at their resources and buy their products, and find other teachers who can teach you that as well.
Absolutely.
That's great feedback. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, no, it's I had no idea what you might say in response to that, but that's really very valuable. And
However, that was a very risky question in a public setting.
hey, no, but it's fine. I mean, this whole thing, this whole Amy Carrier's classroom, it just, I mean, like I said, Rehan just said, Amy, you've got so many former students. You just need to get them in one place. And I said, I don't want just former students. I want future students.
Yeah.
So it just kind of blossomed, and it's grown in 4 months to 4,000 people. And the other mentors and I talk about, what can we do with this? So this is very helpful feedback. Didn't embarrass me. I hope you didn't embarrass yourself. It was very helpful, actually. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what is it? You mentioned having this recipe for success. And when I first posted about this interview that I was going to be doing with you, I said, if you want to hear from Siddique, post recipe for success in the comments. So several people did. So Siddique, what is Siddique's recipe for success?
You know what? It's very, very simple. Recipe for success is there are so many things what not to do.
Yeah.
Number one thing you want to do is identify your topic, niche, doesn't matter which part of the world you are from, or your skill set, or your whatever you want to do when you grow up. Basically, you look at 5-10 years from now, what you want to do,
Right.
So look at that one. Be careful. Get someone's help to identify what you want to do. It's okay. Doesn't matter how you do it. Pick up the topic, what you want to do. Pick up topic. Let's say you're an electrical engineer. Yeah, you want to open a restaurant. Does not matter. I have a master's in computer science. I don't do nothing to do with computers. I just use a computer for anybody like everybody else. It's okay. Because in computers, they taught how to talk to computers in computer science. However, I learned years later, I am not designed for talking to computers. I'm designed to talking to people. So it's like what you want to do when you grow up. Identify that topic. Example again, I want to give. If you are a computer programmer right now, and later you want to become an IT manager, identify the topic, where you want to go. What is your destination? Identify that one.
Yeah.
That makes it look simple. If you don't know what's your destination, how you can even book up an airline ticket or travel? You can't do any travel arrangements because they need to know where you are right now,
your destination,
and where you want to go.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's a train ticket, doesn't matter if it's a bus ticket, is a Greyhound or any bus, you need to know your destination. And if you don't know your destination, it's okay. In my life, many times I didn't know what I wanted to do because I had an MBA degree. I took my admission in MBA, then I also did it in electrical engineering, then I did actually computer science because I didn't know what I'm going to do and major in.
Oh, wow.
So it's okay.
3 master's degrees.
No. I got admission everywhere, then I picked.
Oh, you chose 3 different potential destinations.
Because I didn't know my destination. So it's okay if you don't know your destination. So me too. So I was one of them,
Right.
So once you identify that one, and now your next job or your next step in this process is identify top 100 people in that area, physical area, or in the niche anywhere in the world, based on what you want to do. I give a number of examples so they can understand this. Identify top 100 people in that topic or in that niche, because people talk different way. As an example, if you want to open a restaurant in Islamabad, because I'm from Pakistan, let's say I want to open a restaurant in Atlanta. Okay, I want to identify 100 top restaurants in that Atlanta market. Who they are, what they do. I should connect with them, build a little bit relationship with them, and I want to interview them. What's working for them, what's not working for them. And not every successful restaurant has all the things lined up working right for them because there are so many learned lessons. Remember?
Right.
I shared my own lesson, $200,000 loss. What not to do? So you want to interview 100 because I want to open a restaurant. I should interview 100 restaurant owners or the chefs. It doesn't matter. But if you want to be best chef in the town, interview 100 chefs. It's okay, because you want to know your destination. So identify other people, what they have learned. Like Amy asked a brilliant question: what are the 3 actionable steps? You want to learn from them and ask their mistakes and how they recovered from it. I told you my mistakes and how I recovered it. I learned it from people, and then I made so much money on that one. Same thing.
Right. Yeah.
And once you interview 100 people, imagine if you want to open a restaurant and you have interviewed 100 restaurant owners and share it like Facebook Live, this for kind of free thing on your Facebook page. Their followers will start following you. You become the host of that foodie show or best cooking show, best Italian show. Doesn't matter what you want to do. I would suggest the name of your show should be whatever you want to open later, so that way you are picking up the right people following you.
Right.
Now, from 100 restaurants, they're cravey, hungry, foodie people will be following you.
Right. And then that's your market.
That's your market.
Yeah, that's who you're going to be advertising to and who you want walking into your restaurant.
Absolutely. They already know you, they already like you, and they already trust you.
Yes, exactly.
Because no one is going to get into restaurant until they know, like, and trust you. People don't do business until they know, like, and trust you. It's that simple.
Right.
Now, why is this recipe for success? Let me tell you, because you want to be restaurant owner. Guess what? You ask 100 people what are the top 3 actionable steps are. You ask 100 people what are the top 1 mistake they have done in the restaurant. How much you learn from their experience on their dime, not on your dime, because they already had a mistake and they already paid for that mistake. You don't have to pay.
Yes. Brilliant. Did you all get that? You learn on their dime.
Yeah.
You learn from their mistake. So they already had to pay for the mistake that they made.
Yeah.
Now you get to learn and you get to benefit from it simply because you asked them about their journey.
Yes. And then, now let me give you another example, because I know people are watching, they don't want to be, are not opening a restaurant, you know. So the second example, I would say, let's say you are an electrical engineer and you want to be like a manager 10 years from now. First you become a team lead and then you become the electrical manager, you know.
Right.
I want you to identify is, and let's say you are in Islamabad and you want to be manager job when you're 10 years from now, you want to be in Dubai. Okay. So you pick up your destination, wherever, which area of the world you'll be working on. Here's what you want to do. Identify a top 100 managers in that industry from your destination market in Dubai.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start connecting with them. Ask them 3 actionable steps, how they became from electrical engineer to managers, and like life lessons you want to learn from them.
Right.
And their mistakes.
Yeah.
So once you learn, they are all your top, all the 100 into it, they are your future bosses, okay? Let me give you a hint. They are your future boss. One of them will be your future boss.
Yes, exactly.
And here is another shocking truth. You are interviewing your future boss. They are not interviewing you, okay?
That's right. That's right.
And once you interview 100 people, you know 300 actionable steps and potentially 100 mistakes, their mistakes. Again, same format. Once you are connected with your 100 destination IT managers and you learn the 300 actionable steps from them and 100 mistakes and how they recover from them, imagine your learning path, how much you know, how you want to get to the destination, how you can professionally grow yourself.
Yeah.
I know many people are unemployed. Let me give the unemployed example. You're coming out of a university and you don't know how to find a job. It's okay. We all been there.
Right, exactly.
We all started from that position. Oh, I don't have experience. I don't have a job. I get it. Okay, let me give you that too. So you are just an electrical engineer coming out of university or college, wherever you're done. Ask, you don't want to interview IT like a manager. You want to interview the electrical engineer. You just started a year, 2 years, 3 years ago.
Right.
Hey, how did you get your first job?
Exactly.
And what you learn in the next 3 years, and what's the mistake you have done, because when they're coming off academic institutions, the practical knowledge is missing. You know, you can learn that one. And now you know again 100 mistakes and 300 ways what they learned from that.
Right.
That will help you to get a job wherever, doesn't matter, in your target market again. So this works in first-time job, this works in an experienced environment, this works in any industry, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are let me give the last example. Many people are so I want to start up my own company. Yeah, good, startup. Freelancers, entrepreneurship, they want to build their platform.
Mm-hmm.
Find 100 people who already built their platform, interview them. You don't want to do that mistake. How
Yes.
did they raise money? How they connected with the VCs or venture capitalists? Whatever your challenges are. How they hired the best programmers to actually make the platform. You say, no, I know, I don't want to share my anything. Come on. Every business, every entrepreneurship, every startup have the same challenge. Don't hide it. Just talk to them.
Right.
Let me tell you, before you even put a code, first line of code, I'm telling you right now, this is the most important thing you want to do, because otherwise you will get stuck. And most of the people who never touch the finish line because they quit early, number of reasons are they are stuck in the middle, they don't know where to take from there and onward. Now they're trying to figure it out. I'm stuck and I'm a desperate situation and I'm out of capital, blah blah blah, everything. Hey, you will never get stuck in that one. And plus, in case you ever get stuck, you can go back to the 100 people, you know where to stuck, and you know who gave you the value information from which point, and ask for very quick help, and they will happy to help. Why? Because you have the relationship. By the time you build the platform, they are already gone to a $500 million company, a $200 million company, or even 100,000 rupees. It does not matter. They are ahead of you, and you are making only 10,000. They are making 100,000. And ask, as an example, I'm going to put Amy on a spot right now. Amy, I'm making a 10K right now, and you are making 100K a month. Tell me, how should I'm stuck at the 10K? How I move from 10K to 20K? And it will be very easy for you to give me the answer. Why? Because you've been there. Yeah, ask a very well-defined question.
Yes.
And I can only ask a question to Amy or anyone like in that position is once I have the relationship.
Yes.
This helps you to give you the answers, relationships, and building your relationship and getting the knowledge in that capacity where you can grow forever. In that
exactly. Yes.
So this is like an Oprah model, by the way. Oprah Winfrey, if you are from outside of US, Google it, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah model is you become the host of that program, you interview other people, and you just ask questions.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
And you name any industry, it's like it works in every industry. In fact, I'm applying it in this one as an example. I have written a little bit. I'm applying this one in the real estate market in Pakistan. I'm in Atlanta. I'm not even in Islamabad, in Pakistan right now. Here are the numbers. 2017 so far, right from the Facebook, from that model, 77 real estate closings done right from the Facebook, following the same model.
Wow.
So imagine if you sold 77 properties in 9 months. That's a good change you can make for yourself. You don't have to even own a product.
Using Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. So we all been for last 9 months on Facebook on that, where many people waste time, and some people use it for learning, and some people use it for making a real money.
Right.
So it works in every industry again. It works in every profession. Just use it. Like a general doctor can interview specialists, from all over the world, and they can learn how, what is good for them.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Pick up anything, I don't want to mention so many. I think that's a good number of examples, and that's the recipe for, success. So that's the recipe for success, and you want to follow that recipe for yourself and pass on this to someone else who is still looking for a recipe. Share it on your profile so that way your friends can actually.
I think that's a brilliant recipe for success, Siddique. Thank you. And you know what I'm hearing is that the most important ingredient is your network. So relationships build your network. Interviews become relationships that gives you information, and that becomes your network that you use for the rest of your professional life. So as you said, the person you interview will move up in their career, and that might help you move up in your career. Brilliant. I'm not surprised to hear this, but I absolutely love how you outlined how this works. Because successful people know that you have to know and connect with other successful people. You're not necessarily going to get money from them. You are not necessarily going to get all of your questions answered from one person. You never will. But you will get something valuable. And one of the most important points that I keep sharing with my, especially the students in Amy Carrier's classroom around the world, that I feel they really need to learn is that relationships, and this is something I've taught for years, relationships need to be reciprocal. So you need to understand that someone is willing to build a relationship with you if they see that connecting with you is either valuable to them or helps them to do their job better or just makes them feel good. So if you don't have anything to give to the other person, you can actually help them feel good, right? You can ask them about themselves. You can continue to build the relationship, send a message and say hello without asking for something. Just say, hi, I was thinking about you today. I hope all's going well with the project. That tells the other person that you are actually genuinely interested in who they are and what they're doing. So I have a little bit of a sunlight problem. Forgive me as I scoot around a little bit. Siddique, that was an incredible recipe for success. Thank you so much. I have a level of curiosity right now about you and what you're doing to, like, what is your next step? What are you doing right now to achieve your goal to reach 1 million social entrepreneurs?
We started this one. This is very close to my heart. So we started this one almost 18 months ago in Pakistan. Mm-hmm. And we have enrolled almost close to 170,000 students.
Oh, wow.
All over Pakistan. And many are graphic designers and like being a technical, and many are, some are video editing, some are doing content writing, and all like freelancing Fiverr gigs, mm-hmm. Upwork clerks. And again, a whole goal was and is still is to teach them how to fish for life. And in fact, I know one of the students have bought his own home already in 18 months. Yes.
That's wonderful.
And another student, I don't want to mention because I don't have their permission to show off, their name. And we respect the privacy until they want to say, share my success. And another student, I asked him, I say, how is the Fiverr going for you? He said, sir, I'm sure they say ma'am and sir thing.
Oh, yes.
I'm already a millionaire. I made a $13,000 because of that one already.
Wow.
And there are so many girls who are at home because many cannot find a job outside or their family does not allow. Mm-hmm. They are working from home doing content writing. Content writing, everyone can do it because you specialize in something.
Right, everybody does.
Topic, you can Google so much and you can write a content on any topic once you go through certain reading requirement of that topic.
Exactly.
So they are doing it and many people in like a countryside in small cities, they are successful too, even though they're making $100 a month or $50 a month, and some are taking $100 to 3 months. It's okay. However, they are on their way to become successful. Mm-hmm. So 98% people they start, they don't finish again. That's my frustration. Again, we learn lesson. We already knew that. Mm-hmm. And then we improve the process. Now there's 97% people. 3% people are successful only. 97% people, they start learning, they quit, look at the results too soon, and then they give up. and they don't have the support. And now, of course, we learn from our own process. I am still sticking to the question how we are going to achieve 1 million social entrepreneurs.
Right.
And we are about to start now. We are almost there. I keep saying it for last month or so. We are almost there because there's few technical things need to be started out in Pakistan. And now we want to empower 1,000 students, you following the recipe of success, training them from A to Z, A to Z if you're from Pakistan. Z or Z is,
Z, yes, I've heard.
So A to Z, how to identify the market, how to interview someone, and how to find those 100 people in your whatever the topic you want to be in, any topic, because it's like a universal recipe. And now, earlier we started this in Pakistan only. Now we are a global social entrepreneurship foundation. Now we can pick up people from around the world, train 1,000 of them, and we do it together. I will pick everyone's back if they don't, and whole at the end, once they finish it, I want each one of them to train 1,000 people. That's how we are going to achieve 1 million of them.
Yeah.
And plus, they will make money in this process. Okay. And we are only looking for 1,000 people with a 100% committed mind. Not even a 1% no commitment. No, we are not looking for that.
Zero doubt. Zero
doubt.
Yeah.
100% in.
Yes.
That's it.
That's great.
We will train them, and then we will, once they are ready, like to teach and make money with this, we will find them students of their target market to follow them too. So it's like co-creation. And then I'm already old. I'm losing. I already got a gray hair. I'm losing them too. And once I'm gone, they can take over and spread the mission from million to many millions. Because there will be so many. And plus, it's not only an IT dependent anymore, not IT skills anymore. Why? Because there's 1,000 people, and somebody want to open a restaurant, somebody want to have a construction company, and someone want to do whatever. Because IT is just one of the industry. There are so many industries and so many different skills, and we will make those mentors from that topics, and they can actually grow their followings. And then at the end, we are all helping each other.
Yes. That's an incredible, what I just heard is you have a legacy plan. You want to bring through these 1,000 people who will then turn around and train 1,000 others. And I believe, just like you, I believe that this is how we build the new future for the world.
Yeah.
It's training the trainer. It's empowering other people to do what we know we can do, but telling them they can do it better.
Yeah.
So that's.
I tell my students all the time, I can't do it alone. If I even think about doing it alone, I will fail miserably.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I say that all the time in my classroom. In fact, we just had, there were 2 different classroom members who posted 2 different discussions about education. And I said, well, you guys are, hello, do you realize that you're each having a conversation? And I tagged each of them and I said, you guys should work together. Your work is not the same, but it's complementary.
Yeah.
And you can become partners or collaborators or something. So there we go. I mean, this is actually one of the dreams that have developed for me from this classroom, that this is a place where you can network with other people who want to achieve the same thing you do, which is learn how to become an entrepreneur, become self-sufficient, build the skills to build a career that's meaningful for you. And right now you have a network of 4,000 people all over the world there. You need to connect with them. So I think that's just brilliant. And I do say that as a legacy because I'm working through what is, I've had the high level view of what my legacy is, but I want to refine it. So I appreciate hearing how you've described yours. It's really inspirational, I think, for everyone. And especially I see Fauzia Zafran is here. She is an incredible woman who is a social entrepreneur, and she she's teaching children how to become entrepreneurs, which that's my passion, right? That's what I've done. That's what I would just do. If nobody ever paid me for it, if somebody paid my bills, I would just teach young kids how to be entrepreneurs, because it's so exciting to watch them just kind of blossom, and there are no boundaries. So thank you. And I'm wondering if someone right now, Fauzia or anyone else, is watching this, how can they support you, Siddique? What can they do to support you?
So I shared my recipe for success. If any one of few or none, or doesn't matter, if they want to be a part of that 1,000 people who want to say, yeah, only people who are 100% in, okay, again, I put it disqualified already.
Yeah.
And they can inbox, like send a private message, and I can send them to the right place to where once it's ready, we can, start with them.
Great.
Okay, that will be one. And the second thing is they want to learn how to make money on Fiverr, and first they have to prove they're teachable, and so that only requires a very small commitment. First commitment is 100% in, that's a given.
Mm-hmm.
And that's under the Global Social Entrepreneurship Foundation. And they have to prove they are teachable. Not everyone is, we believe, and it could be 100% wrong, not everyone is coachable. Okay, we are only looking for people who are coachable, and they can, send a private message again or inbox me or on the Global Social Entrepreneurship page, the GSE Foundation, and we can help you to get started on that one. That's it.
All right. That's wonderful. And I love your point too, because you're saying, are you teachable?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people need to ask themselves that question. Am I teachable? There are a lot of people who aren't. I will admit to not being teachable at certain points in my life in the past, where I really believed I had to do this thing this way. And I had to go through that in order to put myself back into a place where I could be teachable. And I think that it's a common thing that's in a lot of ways the result of our education system, because, and I'm talking education system globally, because it really teaches people that there's only one right answer. And, you need to get the best marks, you need to get the answer on that test correct. So we develop this, okay, if I found the right answer, if I found the thing that works, I'm just going to keep doing that. But one of the reasons I love teaching entrepreneurship is because it blows open the box, right? It destroys the box that makes you think that there's only one correct answer. And it really invites you to try on many different things, which means you have to be teachable by nature, right?
Absolutely.
That's a really great point. So I hope you all heard that, and you connect with Siddique, and you look up his foundation and learn what he's doing, learn more about it.
Yeah, again, very quick. If you're 100% in, and everything is here, by the way, so you have to have a vision to, hey, I will be finishing that. Mm-hmm. If you're even a 1% doubt, you don't want to finish it, please don't send me any message. That's not going to help you. Okay. And send me a private message or inbox, so then we will go from there. Anyone we want to have a recipe for success, that's a longer term commitment. Mm-hmm. And that probably will take 6 months to a year to learn all that one. And mm-hmm. we will be meeting every week for a whole year almost, like 40 weeks, 9 months, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To recreate from A to Z.
A to Z.
Yeah, A to Z. Stay focused and achieve it, and then you don't need me. Just fire me right then and there. Why? Because I give you what I use every day.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So Siddique, we're going to take a couple questions in a minute here. We'll stay on for about 15 minutes for questions. That's usually what I do. Are you able to stick with us?
Sure.
Okay, great. Then I'd like to ask you, my last question would be, do you have any final words that you want to share with our audience who's watching this video?
I know this is a long, like a 1 hour interview. You still want to learn more? Okay, let me one thing.
Yes.
So,
Lifelong learner here.
Lifelong learner. And you're still watching this? You deserve that to be on this final word. And here you go. Believe in yourself first. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, never give up. Stay laser focused. Hire a mentor who can change your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are brilliant points. I think the mentor point is so important because and this is the other thing that isn't really taught in the education systems. You're taught that you learn everything, sitting in one chair, facing forward, listening to one authority. And then when you're done, you just move off into your life. So you might spend more time learning more or going for more education, but I think people lose track of that need to find a mentor or a coach or another teacher or someone who can hold them accountable, someone who can stretch them beyond their comfort zone. I think a lot of people forget that. So I'm glad you ended on that point. I think it's so important. It's so incredibly not just important, but valuable to your success to be mentored by someone else. So thank you. So you ready for some questions?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So, I see someone wrote your points here. Number 1, don't give up. Whoops, where did it go? I'll put it up on screen. Who is this? Waqar Nawaz. So that's up on screen. He just wrote your 3 points. Don't give up, have laser focus, and choose a mentor. Find a mentor. And I will add, find mentors along your journey. That's so important.
Thank you, Waqar. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Seems like a good student.
Yeah, very good student, taking notes. So, folks, this is your opportunity to ask Siddique some questions. So, let's see what questions come up. And just, if you've already asked a question, please write it again so that it appears at the top of my queue because I won't be able to scroll down. This is the woman I mentioned earlier, Fauzia Zafran, who is teaching children how to become entrepreneurs. So she's really taking advantage of Amy Carrier's classroom. She's on every single one of my live lessons that I teach. I don't know about all of the other mentors in the classroom, but she says amazing points that really work and many successful people. Fauzia.
Fauzia, thank you so much for, doing that work. What you are like amazing. And that's we all need many people all over the country to actually do it. So that way, because one place, one thing, we all have a limited bandwidth to actually do so much. However, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know more. Make a 300-second or less video and tell me everything in that video and send me inbox. I want to learn more about you.
Fauzia, that's an incredible opportunity.
Yeah.
Here we go. So Abrar Malik says, please tell me more about GSE. I just joined. So I'm going to say we can ask Siddique to tell us if there's anything else you'd like to talk about right now. But I think you should check out his website and ask us a question here that Siddique can answer live while he's here, rather than ask a question that can be answered by looking at his website. But Siddique, is there anything?
I can answer this in like in 10 seconds. Abrar, welcome as a student in the GSE. Stay focused and keep doing it. You will have all the answers to your question on that one because thousands of students have gone through that one. Yeah.
Wonderful. So Rahel Ahmed, this looks like Siddique. How do you pronounce that?
Yeah, you know what? Look at his picture. Come on.
What is the? Oh wow! Holy cow!
So
All right.
So,
So he
hey,
says,
put your name, like a real name, how your parents were very proud of the name, how they wrote it on the your ID card, you know.
right,
And
right.
put your nice picture so we can look at you, how professional you look like.
Right. And you know what? This is something that Rehan and I talk about in our Friday shows, that if you don't have your actual face and your actual name, you're not building relationships with people. So, my friend, this is your opportunity to have Muhammad Siddique meet you and know who you are and recognize your face and your name. But you're missing that opportunity because we don't see anything. We're just seeing this photo of an eye and something that looks like it's not a real name. So you've missed that opportunity. I encourage you to drop all of that goofiness and become professional, because you are always representing yourself, always. And
Let's take his question. His question is how to interact with experienced people, you know. So it's okay. We can be lenient today, you know. So
yeah,
enough lesson on him. And then, okay, Rohel, you can interact with experienced people based on your topic, because there are experienced people in every industry all around the world. That's very generic. You want to say, okay, I'm into this, here I want to be, and how I interact with the people. That's a real question. So when there's an art to asking a question, I'm not criticizing you how to ask the question. I'm teaching you when you ask the next time, you always tell, I am into this field and I want to interact with the experienced, like managers, directors, owners of that type of people, and how you can help me on that. That may give the enough person who is watching, like to share, give you a more success recipe versus experienced people. I don't know, you want a restaurant owner or you want to be managers or directors of the different companies, and which area of the world we are trying to focus on, you know. So again, refine your question, and then probably, you know, I will come by online and, you know, in that chat and probably share the link, you know.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are great points. So Fauzia says this is a great opportunity. It looks like she's going to be contacting you.
We will see.
Great. All right. So folks, what questions do you have? I see you have another student here who has taken copious notes on your talking points.
Right.
So
choose your niche, find 100 experts of the niche, ask them 3 actionable steps and ask them their top mistakes. And so that way you will have 300 actionable steps and list of 100 mistakes. And Muhammad Arshad, wonderful, that's amazing. Don't ask it one mistake, say how you recovered from that. So that way you know what not to do. And in case you get stuck somewhere, and how you recovered. That's a lesson they learn, you know.
Ah, yes.
Not only asking for a mistake, that doesn't help you, you know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So great, wonderful. Muhammad Salim, respectable mentors. I have done MBA in general management. That's great. I have some spare time of 4 to 5 hours daily. Is it possible to be one of these 1,000 people you're going to teach? Yes, yeah, it's possible. Why not? That means you can be like one of the mentors a year from now, and then teaching other 1,000 MBAs, and then they start something. As you say, eventually, at the, you know, look at a few years from now, there will be more mentors trying to help other people who need help. That's the ideal environment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm not surprised that we have this comment.
Okay. Siddique sir, please give us 1 hour of your life every week in Amy's classroom. Okay, my wife is still looking for 1 hour every week.
Yes, exactly.
You know what? You 1 hour in this live setting, you don't need my 1 hour. There's hours of training already available. You want to start from that, and let's see if you really need my 1 hour every week. Then maybe you are in one of the, you know, one of the recipe for success. One top 1,000 mentors. You can be one of the mentee in that one. You know?
Yeah.
That's all. And in that one, we will be meeting every week, and it will be like a live Q&A. Because why? Whatever you will be doing, we will be doing the critic, how to improve it, you know. So that way, because many people did to me, and that's why we want to pass on this to make other people successful.
Yeah. And I'm the reason I said I'm not surprised is because people are very hungry for this kind of coaching, information, teaching, but don't allow yourselves, folks in the classroom, to get hung up on this belief that you have to have someone talking to you every single week in order for you to get where you want to go. You can start taking the steps now. You can build your network. You can look at the resources that these successful people have available for you. And very likely they're not going to be available for you for a week or for an hour a week, especially for free. If you've noticed, I've actually switched from doing just my weekly lessons to these, what I'm calling rockstar entrepreneur interviews, because there's a great deal of value to me as well in doing these interviews. So I built this classroom not because I want to teach to you all for an hour and 20 minutes every week for the rest of my life. I built it because I want to teach, I want to inspire people, and I want others to do the same, to come in to take advantage of what has been built and to train the trainer, to pay it forward for my 1,000 to train 1,000 each. This whole idea is what every social change agent like myself, like Siddique, and what every teacher like myself, like Siddique, wants. We don't want you to get hooked on us specifically, right? So that's a really great question. And that's not the only time that question has appeared here.
Welcome, we want to see live every week. Yeah, follow me on my personal profile. I go live once in a while, and then you have an opportunity to ask anything when we are live. So
that's right. That's right. So Alex Bertlin is one of the mentors in Amy Carrier's classroom. So he has a message.
Nice to meet you. Siddique, you have a super positive outlook. Oh my God. And manners, I think it's, I think people should learn from it. And I do. Yes, we all need to learn from each other. Alex, very nice to meet you. And thank you for your kind words.
That is very nice, Alex. Thank you. And can you imagine if we all had the best of everybody in the world? Yeah. We would just be these bright, shining examples of the greatest human that could ever be, right? So we're all improving ourselves for the greater good.
Yeah, Alex, while you're teaching here, and Amy, you and the other trainers, ask everyone to share their mistakes, not all of them, share one in every lesson, and how they recovered from it, because that's a lesson that someone can implement. Because whatever they're going to do and follow you, they need to learn what to avoid in case they get stuck, how they recover from it, because that's a real lesson. You know, people only share successes, but they don't share their failures. That's a hard, you know?
Yes, exactly. So here's another one for you.
How can an uneducated boy become a successful entrepreneur by your teachings? Ahmad Hussain, I know first of all, you're not uneducated. First of all, if you're asking about yourself, why? Because your English tells me you are not uneducated. Okay. Number one, that's a good thing. You already have been. Uneducated boy can do many things. In Pakistan, many small businesses are owned by uneducated people. I know that, because many in my extended family are uneducated. You know, they do farming, they do gardening, they still make a very good money. You know, so by my teaching, it's the same. Let's say uneducated, because you want to learn from me sitting in Atlanta, and you can learn and you can teach locally educated people. They don't have to come directly to me. Person like you can come to me and you can teach locally, because they want to mostly see you face to face, because there will be a technology challenge, you know. While you can come on this live class and learn and then implement and actually help them over there locally. So it doesn't have to be me. No, I don't want to mentor everyone, because life is too short, because we want. So that's why, if that's your passion to help uneducated people, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some of us are there for a reason. So Hassan Arshad is another mentor teacher in the classroom, and he's the one who was inspired to build his own virtual classroom.
Yeah, wonderful. So what I understood is you're trying to do is trigger a domain effect domino effect and make the world full of entrepreneurs. Yeah, we have started this 18 months ago, and as said, we have over 170,000 people enrolled in different classes in that. Wouldn't that require us to create a cooperative society more than a competitive society, just like Japanese do, and we do not fight over the market share or strategies to share with everyone? First of all, Hassan, you might be thinking competitiveness in this giving world. There's no competition. Amy is trying to give, and I'm trying to give. Hey, look, we are on the same interview right now. Rehan Allahwala, a good friend of mine. Again, everybody know him. So he is trying to give. There are many others are trying to give, and we are always meet each other. And whenever, in fact, we interview each other too. So that way, we already have the platform. We already have the 501c3, that's a non-profit registered here in the United States, and also in Pakistan. If you already have a platform like that, let us know how we can help you. We can help you. If you are still trying to figure out that how to do it, come on board and just start teaching what you're trying to do. We already have the platform. So again, there's no competitiveness because the way we are doing it, the way you will be doing it, you probably will be outreaching to a different set of people in most cases. Because as being me, we know how to outreach to people in a mass level all over the world the way we want it. But why I just shared with you the interview that we have done in the real estate, 77 closing in 1 year, again in 9 months in 2018, and not even being in the city, not even being there on the site at all. Why? Because it's the whole thing, A to Z, as I said. It's not, there's not only, it's just one of the things. It's not the only thing you need,
Right.
Muhammad Arshad is saying, I can help you to reach a global goal of 1,000 students in Peshawar, as I'm currently acting president, Startup City Peshawar, and we can work together in Peshawar. Wonderful. Arshad, that's amazing. We need 1,000 committed people. I will be investing my 1 year. They have to invest something in that too. It's not free, and I'm not asking for money on this call. Why? Because I will be committed to do, and I'm not looking for money for myself. Let me tell you, this T-shirt doesn't have a pocket. Okay, I'm not looking for money. There's no pocket here. Okay, because it's a charity work. I want those 1,000 students to donate to the charity. They have to be committed 100%.
Right.
Because we have tried doing 100% free, and people free do not value absolutely free part. Even though they talk about it, but they don't value it.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
However, this is a lifelong learning like a scale which you don't need to relearn from virtually anywhere after that. And you can start. I am selling on Amazon online too. That's not very I never knew how to sell. I know how to buy on Amazon. I don't know how to sell. I learned it from the same way, same process.
Really?
I have a commercial land. I bought it again, same process. Gas stations, same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like I done so many things, and I failed on many of them. Anytime when I didn't follow my own advice.
So this person's asking about another city.
You have any plans about Mardan city, Ahmed? This is anywhere in the world, in any city, because world need you and world need your help. Okay, if you want to be doing in a Mardan city, you can do it. We can teach you how to do it in your city, in your market, in your industry, in your city. Does not matter what you want to do. Okay?
Yes,
and exactly. Global, you can do it global too.
So, do we have one more question, folks? Looks like Siddique is saying yes, if you are interested in becoming a social impact entrepreneur anywhere in the world. The answer is yes. Go to his website, look into his program.
Send me a private message on Facebook. It's okay. I want to keep things simple,
Yeah. So, and then we have this question.
Oh, Muhammad Imran, looks like from his face, I can tell he is my student. Muhammad Imran, is that right? So when you made any mistake, how you recovered from that mistake and how you come out of that situation. Okay, so I shared with you, like one mistake I shared with you. I had done many, like some, not every mistake have costed me $200,000. Okay, so let me tell you, so otherwise broke. So what you do is any mistake you happen, don't blame the past, what happened.
Right.
See how you can go forward from that. Okay. Consider that as a lesson cost. Okay. However, set aside a little bit and like a deep breath, seek out the wisdom from your mentors on that again. Yes. Yeah. I never blame anyone for my own mistake. Never ever. It happened.
Right.
Or anything, doesn't matter. Why? Because we all pay the price of not doing it right. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then of course, once you seek out to your mentors, they will tell you how to fix it, and then you follow that when they come in that situation. That's why you need to have a mentor. That's why I told you. You know.
Yes.
And most of the time, once you have a mentor on an ongoing basis, chances of having a mistake is very less because they already help you to avoid many mistakes what you potentially could expect. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then we have, thank you. Ahmed Hussein has a nice compliment here. And okay, guys, how about one more question? Naveed, please, if you can explain. You're seeking apologies.
Please, excuse me, I don't know what this is about. So
thank you.
I'm
For telling me
watching
that.
people first time. So Naveed, first of all, welcome. And the second thing I want you to do is the mark on your calendar and re-watch it all together. You will learn a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome. So one more follower, we got it right. That's why you want to interview other people, because you'll be getting more people following you. No?
Yes, exactly. I'm so glad you said that. I seek apologies is someone is saying, excuse me.
Yes, excuse me. Yeah.
Thank you. You're helping me to do this translation work without learning Urdu.
Yeah. So am I watching you people? PPPL.
People. Yep.
First time. Yeah.
And looks like there's someone else who's interested in UAE.
Can I join your team in Sharjah, UAE? Yes, you can join. Yes.
Wonderful. So yeah, these questions just keep coming. I want to wrap up. So I'm going to actually ask once more for just one more question, and then I will stop myself there so that Siddique and I can both go on with our days.
Yeah.
I'm just very grateful, and I'm wondering, I'm thinking about, do I have a question for the amazing Siddique? I have been just so filled with reminders about the things that I believe that I've learned, with inspiration, and with wisdom. Surely I will go back and watch this as a viewer, not as an interviewer, so that my brain is truly in this entire conversation, because you've offered so much wisdom that I think is extremely valuable. And I encourage everybody who's here, especially if you're here at the end, to bookmark this, go back, watch it. This is a free master class. In fact, I might start calling my Rockstar Entrepreneur Interviews master classes, because this is truly what it is. When it comes to working with people like Siddique, like Rehan, like myself, like other people, you have to pay hundreds of dollars per hour, or sometimes thousands of dollars per hour, for 1 hour of their time. And so far you've got 90 minutes free on Facebook. So take advantage of what's here. And if you've popped in, halfway, be sure that you go back and that you watch the entire thing, because this is what some students are already asking for, which is, Sir Siddique, can you please be in Amy Carrier's classroom 1 hour every week? Well, he can't do that, but this was so valuable. I would say it's far more valuable than just a 90-minute anything you could purchase from him. So take advantage of it. Go back, learn, take notes, and take action on all of the things that he's talked about, because he's pretty much outlined. I mean, he called it a recipe for success. So there are literal steps from where you are right now to all the way to the end. What is your legacy? Where do you want to go? There are steps from A to Z and everything in between that will help you to achieve your goals and to grow into either the innovator, the entrepreneur, the business owner, or the dynamite employee that you want to be. So take advantage of that. And I will stick to my promise here. And I will look for just one more question. They just keep popping up, Siddique. You're so popular. So what do we have here? We have another person in UAE who's a sales rep. Okay, here's one. How do I, so Siddique, you can give this information again. How's that?
Yeah, Shakil or anyone else who's watching, if they want to join this, just send me a private message on like an inbox on Facebook, and I will send you the next step. That's very simple.
Excellent.
Very simple. I don't want to say third-party links or anything. Just send me a private message on Facebook.
Hey, and that's extremely valuable. So make sure, I'm going to play teacher for a moment here. Make sure you are representing yourself as best you can, as best as you can. So make sure you are being polite in your conversation with Siddique. Make sure your correct name is listed. Make sure there's a photo of your face so that Siddique and anyone else you connect with actually feels connected to you. So, and those are my tips as a career skills teacher, that you really want to be as professional as you can. So, Siddique, do you have any final comments you would like to share with our audience?
Thank you, Amy, for having me. And thank you for the amazing work you are doing for people around the world, and especially for people in Pakistan.
Oh.
And on behalf of the whole nation of Pakistan, I want to say thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. Well, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for making this so much fun for me. And thank you for helping to inform and build this platform for these interviews that I'm going to be doing. And I hope you have the opportunity to tune in for some of them in the future. The next gentleman I'm going to be interviewing is Jan Roberts, and he lives in South Africa. And he's, from what I can tell so far, I'm looking forward to getting to know him on this interview 2 weeks from today. He's incredible. He has outstanding leadership skills. So I think that's what he's going to be talking about. But this has really set the tone. And this has allowed me to build something that I know will be incredible. And Siddique, thank you for everything you've done to build this into what it is already. And I invite you to introduce some more rock stars to me so that I can bring them on here and share them with the world and teach the world what they have to share, what they have to teach.
Absolutely.
All right, Siddique. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your expertise. And I will see you on Facebook, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Oh, by the way, make sure you join Amy Carrier's Classroom. It's a group on Facebook, okay? If you're watching this streamed anywhere else, you're welcome to join. It's free. There are lots of people like myself who stream live and teach every week. So be sure you join. In order to join, you have to have a profile photo. Your name needs to be written in English, and you need to answer the 3 small, simple questions that are asked. And then you will be accepted into the community. And you're welcome to follow me. You can follow Siddique. Both of our Facebook profiles are listed in the description of this video. And you're welcome to message me privately as well. All right, everyone. Have a great week. Bye-bye.